Hey y'all, what's going on? Coach Carpenter here. The other day in the webinar, y'all asked about my writing process, so I thought I'd jump on here and give y'all just a few things I think about when I'm starting to write a song, and then a few things I'm thinking about while I'm in the middle of the song that might help you get through your creative process. Let's jump into it. So every day I try to write a hook into my phone, an idea that I pick up, whether it's reading a magazine or seeing a movie or listening to a conversation, just something I think might make a good idea. I'll put it in my hook book, that way I can come back to it later when I'm trying to figure out what my idea should be for the day. Then I'll take one of those ideas and I'll come up with 2 or 3 different ways to write the song. Like, what direction does the story want to go into? What is the scene? What's the scenario? Sometimes it helps to think like, where's the camera pointed? And then tell the story from that perspective. Another thing a lot of people ask me is, do you start with the chorus or do you start with the verse? And honestly, both. You know, it just depends on the day. I'll start playing and I'll start just coming up with a melody. I'll think, man, that sounds like a verse. Or if you hit that one chord or something, you might think, man, that's the chorus. Helps sometimes if you can stay away from the one chord until you get to the chorus, really sets it apart. So you can start with the verse or the chorus. It really doesn't matter. Sometimes the verse becomes the chorus. Sometimes the chorus becomes the verse. Just whatever the song wants is usually what I stick with. One other little tip that I want to give y'all is to always hit record on your voice memo before you start brainstorming these ideas, because you never know when you're going to miss that accidental genius. So hit record, capture everything, that way you'll have it in case you say something or play something that you don't remember. All right, now I'm going to move into 4 things that I consider while I'm in the song that help me move the song along or help me improve the song. First, perspective or personification. Who's the singer? Am I singing it as a first-person story? Am I singing it as the narrator or the voice of God? Or you can do personification, which I love doing. I think it's a great thing to try every once in a while, is to let the object of the song be the speaker. Let it be a car. Let it be a tree. Let it be a sign. I've got a song called Heydays where the tractor is the one singing the song. You can check that out on my social media platforms, Spotify, and things like that if you want to get a good example of it. But there's lots of them out there. Number 2, prosody. Prosody is something I used to not know what it meant, but it's the marriage between the lyric and the music and how well they go together. So the thing to think about is you don't want like a real sad lyric with really upbeat music, or you really don't want upbeat lyric with a really sad music tone. You want them to kind of marry each other. There are examples where this worked out to completely clash with what I just told you. Jaron and the Long Road to Love had a song called Pray For You that is hilarious. Go check it out. And that's an example of sometimes, you can bend the rules a little bit, but think about prosody. Think about if your music and your lyric match. All right, the third thing I think about when I'm writing a song is on the lyric. Is it going to be a conversational song or is it going to be more of a poetic song? Sometimes you can mix them and blend them together and they are just a beautiful match. But every once in a while, if it's just a conversational fun song, if you get too poetic, it can almost seem written or too singer-songwriter-y. You hear that a lot. But every once in a while, Christofferson and some of those were the ones that could really blend the poetry with the conversation. Johnny Cash, some of those guys. So if you can really blend it the right way, it can turn out to be an incredible song. But think about your lyric. Do you want it to be more conversational or do you want it to be more poetic? All right, the fourth and the last thing I want to talk about when I'm writing a song is the dynamic. So if I've got a verse that's got like a lot of lyric and it's kind of choppy, then when I get to the chorus, I may open it up a little bit and let it breathe. If it's a very breathable, conversational, like a lackadaisical verse, then in the chorus, it might jump up a little bit or it might get a little more rapid. Something that you can think about when you're doing your song is you don't want your verse and your chorus to sound alike, and then the bridge, should transport it somewhere else as well if you have a bridge, either musically, dynamically, melodically. So that gives me something to think about when I'm writing a song to make sure each section has its own identifier. Those are a few things that I think about when I'm coming up with ideas and how to flesh out those ideas, and then what I think about when I'm in the middle of song writing. So hopefully those will be something that you've either done before, or if you haven't, take these, use them in your own songs and see what works. Not everything works for everybody, but if you try a little bit of everything, then those will sprinkle into almost every song, and the more you write, the more they'll come naturally, and it'll just make your songs better for it. So I hope these have helped. This has been Coach Carpenter. This is the new room, by the way. I just got through painting this old studio, and we're working on the setup and everything in here, so no decor behind me at all, just a few lights. But we're going to be working on that, and can't wait to get some more videos out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. If you're following me on Instagram, Music Grow Coach Carpenter, share it with your friends, share it with your songwriters, your artists that are trying to find some more information about how to get their goals achieved and accomplished in 2021. Don't forget to reach out to me with your questions, your concerns, your challenges. I'm here to help y'all. So looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. God bless.